All right, we are live, friends. Super excited to actually start on time today. Thank you, Jason, once again for being our technical setup guy. Just gonna wait for a few minutes for everyone to join, and then we are gonna hammer right through this. So last week, I had the pleasure of interviewing one of my good friends, Mark, and he is actually running a very successful restaurant. The name is Canless, which is one of the top 50 restaurants in the world. Super crazy, dude. They run over $10 million in revenue per year, and it's something that is super impressive. And for a company like theirs, a restaurant like theirs, it is so difficult for them to pivot. It's like changing the course of Titanic in a dime, and it's super difficult to do so, which is the reason why you guys are going to find this a super cool interview with him. And I've actually extracted some strategies that he was sharing with us about how he was able to do it. So welcome, guys, to the live. I'm going to dive right in within the next 2-3 minutes when everyone comes on board. If you guys can see this, make sure that you guys let me know in the sections below, so then that way, oh wait a second, where's that presentation? So then that way I know you guys are here. No. Pardon? Yeah, I just keep swapping.
Let's go to press delete.
There you go.
There we go. And this should be.
I can lock it. There you go.
There we go.
There we go. We are ready, boys and girls. Yeah. So why don't you guys leave me a comment section so then that way I know everything is working, and then we're gonna go get right into it. Let's see here. Where do I pull up the comment section?
It's the bubble one. Right here.
Perfect. All right. Made it. There we go. Okay, we are ready to rumble. Thank you, Rashi. Yeah, so super excited for you guys to join us live. Again. All right, let's dive right in without further ado. Okay. Hey guys, my name is Wilson. Today we're going to be sharing a presentation on the 4 strategies that this $10 million restaurant uses to survive the COVID-19. Is something that is super timely because this restaurant does it super well. Hello, Shivrag. All right. So the agenda for today, guys, I'm not going to be wasting any of your time no more. We're going to be talking about the 4 strategies used by the top restaurant in US. So something that you can actually take. These are actionable strategies that you can implement into your restaurant right now, and it's something that I'm super excited to share with you guys. The current events that's happening in today's time, so then that way I can share with you some of my feedback, some of my take, and that way you can actually cut through the noise and see what is beneficial for you. And at the same time, we have finally our Q&A time. So any questions that you guys may have, leave it in the comment section right now below, so then that way Jason can compile everything together and I'll answer all your questions at the end. Are you guys ready? If you guys are ready, please drop me a yes in the comment section below and I will start right away. Super excited. All right, or even just smash the like button. If you guys don't want to interact, it's okay. If you guys don't want to engage, it's okay. Smash the like button so then that way I know that, hey, you guys are here, you guys are ready to start this whole thing. Wash his hands.
Remember, there's
Billy.
like 15-second delay.
No wonder, guys. Once again, I'm really bad. This is really new for me too, to go live with you guys and share things with you.
Now it just said
To engage. Oh, okay. Right. So yeah, there's a 15-second delay with the comment section, which is the reason why I feel like, is this working? Is this not working? I don't know if I should continue. And if I continue, if like it doesn't work, then it's kind of dumb talking to the camera for nothing. But anyways, let's get to it, guys. Okay. So a little bit about me for some of you guys that don't know me. We started with an ice cream shop, blew it into a 7-restaurant chain, and it recently just got acquired. We're still in the process of expanding it, sold multiple different franchises, top 30 under 30. Anyways, that's a little bit about me, and that's the reason why you should listen to me, because I know a little thing or two that I can share with you. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Canlis. Canlis is, like I said, a friend that I actually had the honor to interview. And for some of you guys who don't know who Canlis is, they're actually a fine dining restaurant that's located in Seattle, U.S. Okay, they've won multiple different awards: James Beard Award, top 40 most important restaurants. Just super high scale, upscale fine dining experience. Okay, and typical average ticket costs with them is around $130. Okay, so we know this is like a really upscale restaurant, and they usually only take reservations. And one of the biggest fine dining experiences out there as well. So like this is like a full on restaurant that is gonna be getting hit right up front. And today he actually shared with me his winning principles and his winning strategies about turning into a drive-through experience, which is really cool, and some strategies that you can leverage right off the bat as well. So, fourth generation, they've been in fine dining experience for 70 years, military background. They employ over 100 staff, and every single month their payroll is over $500,000. Not five. It's $500,000. Okay, $500,000. So it is $500,000 in payroll per month, guys. That is insane. Okay, so for them, they're definitely getting hit right up front. So it is super insightful to be able to hear what this guy has to say and what he's doing to turn things around amidst this whole chaos. So for us small little restaurants and the mom and pop restaurants, it's super inspiring to see such a big Titanic ship being able to turn 180 in just a span of a few weeks, and being able to successfully pull that off. And these are the strategies that he's using. Okay, so that's that. The number one thing that I was actually able to extract from him is that he has built a great culture with his team. And I asked him, I'm like, hey, Mark, so how were you able to actually tell all your staff? He employs over 100 staff, and each night all his staff is just running around the restaurants and cooking up a storm for his guests. So when this whole COVID started, he actually had to close down his restaurant for a little bit, recalibrate, and the morale of the whole team is just at the bottom of the rock bottom. And for him to be able to lift everyone back up, and for him to actually give the opportunity for people to work in this whole chaos and this whole crisis is super impressive. To be able to actually get people to actually feel safe to work in this environment. Now I asked him, how did he do that? He told me that it is because of the great culture that he was able to instill in his staff. And right now I'm going to share with you a small little clip about what he's saying. So guys, make sure you guys pay attention, okay?
All Canlis did was unleash them,
In the words
unlock
of
them,
Mark.
and let them come out.
Hopefully you
All
guys
we
can
said
hear
was,
this.
hey, there may be a road through this, and it might look like a drive-through and a bagel shed pop-up. It might look like home delivery. It might look like you guys driving boxes over town or building CSA boxes in a tiki hut in our parking lot, which is what's currently happening now. I don't know what it's going to look like, but there's one avenue through, and if you want in, you can have it. And they bring the motivation. If Canlis needed Brian and I to motivate the staff, we'd be screwed. We'd be dead in the water years ago.
So that is from the horse's mouth about what he was able to create. So one of the key thing to this is that he hires people and he doesn't really ask, and he doesn't really instill and motivate his team. Rather, he actually asks his staff, hey, what can I do? What can we provide to help you live your life? What can we do as Canlis to help you with your journey to empower yourself? Canlis, this restaurant, is just a vehicle to help you achieve these dreams. And that itself was so powerful, and that's the reason why he was actually able to turn his staff around and turn his restaurant around, and to get everyone aboard and excited on this mission And that's why he was able to change on such a short notice, to have that great culture. Because without your team, you're just going to run yourself to the ground. There's no way he can turn anything around. For him, his biggest mission was to keep the restaurant open. And not only that, it is to keep his employees employed, to keep them having this high morale. And that's the reason why everyone was not scared about this whole COVID thing. They were doing all the necessary stuff, hands, gloves, social distancing, all this stuff to ensure that everyone is safe to work in the environment. And that comes from a great culture. So in your field and in your business, you need to think about one thing. How great is your culture? Is it a top-down view? Is it leading from a place of true leadership, or is it leading from a place of a boss? Then the difference is leadership is leading by example. Leadership is instilling and inspiring people to take action. Rather, being a boss comes from leading from a place of fear, leading from a place of money and greed. And that itself, during the time of crisis, does not work. People don't like to be led by fear, because there's really no power to that. So if you are building your own business, your small mom and pop, then make sure to really work on the culture, because that's what is gonna be able to help you go through this dark times. Do you guys have any questions whatsoever? If you guys do, make sure you guys comment in the section below. Hopefully this makes sense to you. Okay, once again, there's a delay. So the second strategy that Canlis has done is that delivery is a must moving forward. So just imagine a fine dining experience doing delivery. It's really unheard of, because fine dining experience is all about stimulating all the senses, from the people that are driving in, to the moment that they're walking in the restaurant, to the moment that they're being served, to the actual plating of the food, and actually the experience of the food. All this whole thing is about fine dining. And that's the essence of stimulating all the senses. Now, if they were to pivot, they need to understand that delivery is a must and is an option. That's the reason why he innovated so much. He created delivery for family meals. He created delivery for farm to table, created delivery for bottle service, and all this stuff, just really trying different strategies and different brands within his own organization to tailor to the needs of the market today. One thing that I'm super impressed by Mark is his ability to pivot, his ability and foresight to be like, not giving up. And as restaurateurs, we don't give up. We go through the trenches, we go through the hardships, and we know for a fact that, hey, you know what? If we're getting hit by this COVID, that means the rules of the games are changing. And if the rules of the game are changing, I can either quit playing and just sob about it, or what I can do is, hey, you know what? Adjust to it right away. Adjust to it and find that winning formula, which is the reason why he's been super successful, by being able to pivot on the dime and being able to have delivery as a core of his business right away. So that's something that you can implement in your business as well. Don't sit at your home and don't close down your restaurant and just hope for this whole thing to blow past, because at the end of the day, it's not going to just blow past. Even if we reopen the restaurant business, even if we open business again, things have changed. The rules have changed to the game, and it may take years before everything goes back to normal again. Social distancing is a must, and it is still going to be happening in the future, even if your restaurant is able to open up for business again. So what that means is that delivery is a must and is the core fundamental of all the different food and beverages businesses out there in the future. So make sure that you guys build this into your system. Make sure that you guys have that, the fire under your belly. And if you guys do, make sure you smash the like button. Show me that this is what you want to do. Hit the like button and show it to us, okay? Number third thing that you need to do, the strategy that they were able to employ, is to redesign their menu for delivery. A lot of people don't like doing this, mainly because they feel like, hey, you know what? I have a sick menu. This is something that I'm doing a long time. I have this grandma's recipe. I don't want to change anything because it was working. Now I'm just going to wait for this whole COVID to blow by before I go back into business. I'm not going to change anything. And they're really, really like gun-ho in that. But unfortunately, it's not going to work if you want to stay in business, if you want to stay in the game, which is the reason why redesigning your menu for delivery is a must. Is so super crucial. Why is that the case? It is because you do not want to compromise the quality of your offering. Just because it's delivery does not mean the food should be crappy. It should still withstand the quality of your item, which is the reason why you need to think about items that are good for delivery over a certain period of time. Time and packaging is huge because after you cook your food, if you cover it with a lid, the steam would make everything soggy. So for example, if you sell poutine, if you sell sides of fries, then take that off the menu, because by the time it reaches your destination, by the time it reaches your customer, it's going to be soggy, it's not going to be good, and it's going to look bad on your restaurant, which is the reason why you should really put thought into redesigning your menu specifically for delivery. And not only that, you need to work in the math. You need to work in the components and the margins that are favorable for delivery, because third-party delivery apps take around 20 to 30% in your top line. So imagine taking off 20 to 30% from the top line. That means every meal you sell might potentially put you under, because with food and beverage, we're looking at thin margins of roughly 10%. So if you don't understand your math, if you don't calculate your math properly and actually have high margin items for delivery, then unfortunately it's not going to work out, which is the reason why redesigning your menu for delivery is so key in staying competitive, staying in business, and staying alive to fight another day for that matter. So with Canlis, they redesigned their whole menu. So imagine a fine dining experience. He's like, hey, you know what? Basically what he did was he came in back into the restaurant. He feels like, you know what? We need to open. What can we do? And he spent the time and creating menu items that are good for delivery, good for people, the regular day Joes. People don't have that high disposable income that they're going to fork out $130 for a takeout experience. No, because people are buying into the whole experience from all the senses, which is the reason why for him, when he redesigned his menu for delivery, he designed items that are not only affordable to the mass public, he also designed menus that are comfort food. He designed items that are good for the current needs, and that's the beauty, and that's why I feel like he's super smart, and that's the reason why he is still super successful. And give you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes. They sell more than 1,300 units per day right now. Okay, we're talking about 1,300 servings of items that they're serving per day, every day right now, even amidst all this chaos. So there is something you can learn from them. Redesign your menu so then it fits your core demographic, the people that want your items. Definitely must do that, okay? So for him, so that's the reason why he redeveloped his family meal items that his staff knows how to crush. He is telling me that, you know what, family meal is something that he's super proud of and is something that he's always wanting to serve. And hey, you know what, now's a great time. Comfort food. And as you can see, people love their offering. People love this whole experience that they're able to serve. And then now, let's get into a clip of what he is saying.
On the website, we called it family meal to everyone because that's what we were cooking. We were still cooking family meal for our staff, and it was like, how hard is it to put this in a container and deliver it? It's not hard. And so I'm not delivering Canlis level fine dining, contemporary Northwest cuisine. That doesn't package up in a box. It doesn't last. You can't put a souffle in a car and drive it down the street. It doesn't work, right? But An enchilada you can. In fact, an enchilada almost wants to do that, right? Like, it's amazing the next day.
There you go, straight from the horse's mouth, guys. The reason why I'm sharing these clips with you from their interview is because it's super inspiring, even for myself, like to be able to learn from someone like that and to share with them the most timely, the most relevant insights that he's sharing is super valuable for small businesses that are, struggling to survive. So definitely we can take a page or two from Mark. Lastly, the fourth strategy is, are you guys ready for this? If you guys are ready, we're not getting too much engagement today. Make sure you guys, hit me up with some questions that you guys may have, or you know what, let me know if you guys have any insights or any questions or feedback about the strategies that I'm sharing with you. Because for me, I find it super inspiring to be able to learn from Mark, and so let me know if you guys find it inspiring. Let me know if you guys have any feelings for this and what you guys think, or any questions that you guys may have, and then that way I can give you my best insight. I'm here for you guys for the hour. The most that you guys can get away from this is to engage, and if you guys don't engage, then I will just keep going on and talking about using tech. So Mark was telling us how he's able to use tech to be able to really, really turn things around for him. Two different tech that he's used that has changed his course and to help him deliver more than 1,300 units per day is, first of all, Talk. Talk is a delivery service platform that allows you to be able to order from their site, and they take a really small commission in comparison to delivery apps like Uber Eats or Grubhub or Postmates whatsoever. So he was able to talk and have them help them create this system where people can actually just order online. Mark doesn't really like using Uber Eats or any of those third-party delivery apps because of the fact that they are getting 30% off top, and for him it doesn't work, which is the reason why people are using Talk as a platform, and then he uses his own people to do the deliveries for him. And now, so basically all these orders are coming through, and he equips his drivers with Routific. And Routific is basically putting in everyone's address, and Routific would be able to seamlessly help you plan out the most ideal route to deliver the items to the customer. So then that way it arrives in a timely manner. And so he was able to use these two technology to help him out. Now, if you still haven't implemented technology within your own restaurant, your mom and pop, now's the time to do that, because moving forward, after this whole crisis blows by, our whole habit of being online has completely shifted. Our whole spending habits have completely shifted. We're going to be using more technology even more. We're going to be leaning on it even more because we see the power in virtual learning. We see the power in contactless ordering and all this crazy stuff, which is the reason why, if you are still on the fence about using technology or in subscribing to different point of sale services like Toast or whatsoever, it is super valuable to invest in these technology because, for example, an electronic POS system allows you to track your traffic. It allows you to track different menu items. It allows you to track, so then that way, what can you do with it? Now you can actually forecast how many people you are going to be scheduling. So then that way it saves on your labor costs. At the same time, it allows you to actually manage your inventory and your and how you order your items. So then that way you know what's in high demand and what is not in high demand. And this is just an example of how technology can help you, because stuff that you don't measure, you really don't have no idea. Which is the reason why using technology for your food and beverage is super, super crucial. If you're not already on it, make sure you guys leverage that right now. Okay, so I see more questions coming in. This is great. I'm going to answer it in the Q&A, so make sure you guys stay tuned. These are really great questions. Is it a good idea to offer buy one meal and get one free dessert? Amazing idea. I'll dive into that at the end. Give me 10 minutes. Is it really bad time to open a new restaurant with a different concept? Dude, now is the time to do that. Now is the time to go all in with restaurant. I am super bullish on this because everything is so cheap. I have a friend of mine who has negotiated more than a year free rent because we're in this environment. Things will get better. People will go out and eat. Now's the time to get in. We just need to understand and be able to funnel through, see through all the noise, and go straight into knowing what we're doing. The power and the fear comes from the unknown. It's like, as kids, we're scared of that monster in the closet. Why are we scared? It's because we don't know what's in the dark. We don't know what's behind the closet, which is the reason why we're scared. Same thing in this environment. We're scared because we don't know what's in the closet. We don't know what we can't see. But one thing's for sure, knowing the reality, having clarity in the market is going to help you navigate through this tough time so much. Nonetheless, I'm going to dive more deeply into that in the Q&A section. Bonus, keep it simple, guys. Super important to keep it simple. You don't need to go over the board right now. People are just wanting something that is comfort. People want it to not dazzle them. They're not looking for that type of experience. They're looking for something simple, great experience, and that's what they're looking for. Like, hey, you know what? I just want my comfort food. I want to support my local business. Let's go. That's what it is all about, right? Keeping the message on your website and your social media so direct, so people know that you have one thing to offer. It is delivery, it is home cooked meals, and boom, we're good to go. And that's the secret to be able to have and cut through all the noise. And that's what Mark is doing with Canlis. And as you can see, the drive-through that he's offering, burgers and fries, veggie melt fries, Canlis salads, ice cream sandwiches, all this, just look at the pricing. $14, $14, $12, 5, 4. As opposed to what they're usually charged, $130. Like, just imagine, this is a tenth of what they usually charge other people. So for a fine dining experience to actually make such a big pivot, just imagine the amount of guts, just imagine the amount of effort that they were able to put in, and yet it is working like crazy. They have lineups around the whole block and they're selling out every single day, which is the reason why what I'm telling you right now, why are we sharing this, is to inspire you to not give up and take action, guys. Do not give up. Now's the perfect time. I've just showed you the 4 different strategies plus a bonus one, so then that way you too can take things into your own hands and to thrive from today's market. I've seen so many of my friends, clients, people, mentees are thriving in today's market because they understand the rules of the game have changed and they're pivoting, they're adapting to it. Does not mean they should give up. So for some of you who are struggling right now, now's not a time to give up. Now's the time to pivot. Now's the time to take the strategies that I'm sharing with you on a weekly basis to put it into action, so then you too can make a difference, and so then you too can live to fight another day. So let me finally share with you his last words.
Take one dish that you just do and crush it. In almost every meal we've sent home is a camo salad. Why a camo salad? It travels well, it's super simple, we do it, and it makes everybody happy. It's like crack to the vein. And you know what you need right now? A little bit of happiness. So like, give the people the camo salad, give them crack. Like, why not, right? It's not creative. It's not necessarily, I don't feel like I'm like furthering my brand and showing Seattle how creative, like, nope. Give the people what they want. They want they want simple, heartwarming soul food, right?
There you go, straight from Mark, guys. This is so crucial to your success, guys. Like, I really hope that you find insight and you find inspiration from Mark, because he is a really big testament about what you can actually achieve in this time. The full interview will be out later on this week. We're just compiling everything together. It is an amazing, gem-packed interview that I've did with him. So make sure you guys keep an eye out on this interview. He shares so many different nuggets with you. I just extracted 4 from it. So if you guys definitely want to learn from the top, definitely check out that interview. If you guys have any questions, make sure you keep smashing it in the comment section below, because once again, excuse me, Jason is already compiling all the questions. I see my whole list going down right now. I see people are asking, do you think the idea of dining in is going to be obsolete? Not at all. Okay, I'm going to tell you, nothing can replace human interaction. As much as we want to, virtual learning, blah blah blah, all this kind of crap, yes, it's nice and dandy. The idea of it is amazing, but nothing, I repeat, nothing will be able to substitute human interaction. And eating is not just eating. Eating is an experience, sharing an experience with your loved ones, celebrating different milestones with the people you love. And that itself is irreplaceable through dine-in experience, or through delivery. Not to say that it's going to be super booming, but let's dive into it a little bit more later on. Once again, keep those questions coming, and we're going to answer it at the latter half of this presentation. So if you guys want to know more, once again, Mark Canlis's interview will be coming up later on this week, so make sure you guys keep an eye out on that. Bonus, gratitude. Okay, you know what? Something I love about Mark, super like inspiring, and is the fact that he practices gratitude so much. And I think that in this time and age, if you still have a business to run, if you're still safe, if your family's still intact, that's something to be thankful for. For me, I'm super thankful because I have you guys, because my family is intact, my wife and baby, they're healthy, and that's what it truly matters, is being healthy and being able to live to fight another day. Money aside, everything is okay. Okay, guys? So practice gratitude. We have so much more to be thankful for, guys, and embracing this uncertainty in this time is super important. So like what I was saying, they were able to turn his restaurant completely around. Fine dining experience with an average ticket price of $130 per person to agricultural boxes, family meals, bottle service, bagel shed, average ticket price of only $14. Guys, can we give a hand to Mark? Come on, guys. Like, Mark has changed his offering around, and it's even more successful than before, which is completely crazy. His whole Canlis experience is 70 years in the making. His fine dining experience was 4th generation, which is crazy. And he didn't choose to give up. He didn't choose to be stubborn. He changed course and implemented these strategies in order for him to survive to fight another day. And yet now his business is booming. He doesn't have all the answers, but one thing's for sure, he didn't give up and he moved forward. And so, which is the reason why I want you to take action, and I want you to do things in your power, in your control, to make your restaurant better. Or if you don't have a restaurant right now, now's a good time to implement these strategies that I'm sharing with you to create that new concept. Now's the perfect time to do that. Once again, full interview with Mark Canlis's will be posted on later on this week, so make sure you guys pay attention to that. We're going to email it to you guys, so if you guys are not on the email, make sure you guys subscribe to the email, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that bell, and we're going to share it with you guys. 2 other must-watch videos from the website, from our YouTube channel, is how to recession-proof your restaurant. A lot more strategies, actionable tactical strategies. If you guys haven't checked that out, make sure you guys check that out. 5 ways to cut labor costs. Now's the time to cut your labor costs. Not to say, I don't want it to come across as, hey, now's the time to be frugal. Now's the time to, cut the morale. We're doing it with taste. We're doing it with smarts, which is the reason why you should definitely check out that video. It's only like a 10-15 minute video. Super action-packed tactics that you can use right now. Once again, to share with you guys the A.C.E formula. A.C.E formula is about aligning and then connect and then explode. This is a theory that I've personally used to grow my ice cream shop into an ice cream chain that recently got acquired. This is the same theory that I used to build my e-com business, same theory that I used to build my event-based business. And just as a little short recap for you, alignment. Understanding your why is super, super important, guys. Mark said it super well. The culture. Culture is what allows his whole team, 100 people, to shift their offering, shift their mindset into creating something so great. All because of the alignment. Imagine, and this is a true testament of someone being able to build a boat, having everyone on the team, all 100 people, rolling in sync because they all believe in that vision, that culture, and that story and that mission that they have. Alignment is super crucial for success, and Mark has just demonstrated for us about why alignment is super crucial and essential for any type of success you're looking for. So we start from there. That's the core of what we need to do. That's the reason why I presented the presentation in this format. Alignment is huge. Second thing is connect. Connect with your customers. Connect with the people you love. Connect with your partners. Connect with your staff. How are you going to be able to connect with them? It is through different channels where they hang out and understanding what people are looking for. He understands that his customers are not looking for fine dining experiences at this moment. He understands times are tough. He understands people just want a smile on their face. He understands people just want some comfort food, which is the reason why he created his menu to offer and match that offering of what his customers are wanting, thus connecting with them. That's crucial in his success, is to connect after he has an alignment. And then we work on explosion, and then we work on advertisements, and then we work on the stuff that you see, the exciting things, that, hey, buy one, get one free. Hey, whatever meals and strategies that you guys are wanting to do, all this type of tactics and strategies come from explosion. But there's a caveat to explosion, a caveat of exploding your business. It does not explode in revenue if you fail to connect with your customers, if you fail to have your team on board, and if you fail to align with people on what you truly believe in. Your business would not have that uptick in sales. Just like how Mark would not be able to see 1,300 different units for selling every single day if he doesn't connect with his team. If he just put it out there without connecting with his team, without understanding what people are wanting, understanding why he stands for what he's doing, there's no way he can sell this much items and this much ticket per day. So really understanding your fundamentals and alignment is crucial to your success, and this is basically the foundation of everything that I've built. Okay, ACE formula. Remember that, grill it into your head, because that's the essence of running any business, small business, big business, mom and pop business, 10 people business. I personally run 100 people event business. And that theory and that principle is applicable to my 5 people ice cream shop, to my 30 people ice cream chain. Same principle, guys. So make sure you guys grill that into your head. And a lot of people have been asking, hey, you know what? I want to be able to build my restaurant. Why is this a good time? So on and so forth. Can you teach me whatsoever? If you guys are super serious, then definitely check out in the link below where we have this ultimate restaurant course that I've created. This is just a minor plug for you. I created mainly because so many people are asking us, and that's the reason why I put in all the templates that I've used. Everything, all the worksheets, step-by-step know-how from negotiating a year's full of free rent, guys. Do you want a year's full of free rent? If you guys do, make sure you guys check it in the course in the link below, because now's a time that no one else can ever see this before. Being able to have and negotiate free rent, and not just for 1 month, 2 months, but a whole year. Guys, we have all the strategies and tactics in place to be able to help you negotiate free rent, the step-by-step know-how in creating your restaurant experience, understanding your customers, and putting the whole the ACE formula in check in everything that we do. into this course. Just a minor plug for you guys. I basically have not much that I can gain from it. Yes, I'm actually only charging you 50% because of this whole crisis that's happening. $497. Check it out in the link below. Let's dive into. Oh, right. Jason also told me to include consultation calls because he thinks that it's super valuable for you guys to get that one-on-one custom support from me to help you put your business on track of step-by-step process on building it. So if you guys have any interest in it, check it out in the link below. Otherwise, we're going to continue on with this presentation. So we're going to be talking about the 2 articles that I've been seeing, which is like, hey, and my take on it. First article is, are LA restaurants and diners ready for mask servers and temperatures checks? So a lot of people and a lot of companies restaurants are opening up back for business. And so at this point in time, we are thinking about whether, hey, would business be back to normal when servers come in with their masks and with like temperature checks while you go into the restaurant with all the social distancing that is still intact? Well, it is something that is already happening in Asia. Business is back to normal in Asia. Everyone is just getting back used to it. So if you guys are not implementing this, make sure you guys implement it right now to ensure that you guys are ready to open up for business again. Don't feel like that, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna wait it and feel it out a little bit more until times are right. I'm gonna, go back to normal when, we don't have masks anymore, temperature checks whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, we need to be able to adapt and change to the rules of the game. If the rules of the game have changed, we need to adapt, and we need to even make it more apparent and more transparent to show the customers that, hey, we take our hygienes to the max. We take our hygienes really, really seriously. We sanitize all the time. We wear gloves, we have masks, we have headbands whatsoever, and this just gives customer confidence to buy from you guys. So that's my take on that. In Asia, we see this a lot more prevalent. Well, the reason why is because Asia is one of the cities that got hit by the most during the SARS time in 2008. And throughout that whole time, a lot of people are used to going back to business as normal, and masks is something that they use as part of the culture right now. And so in North America, I feel like it's just going to become the norm. So don't think that, hey, you know what, oh, this is too weird for me. No, it's not going to be too weird. It is going to be the norm. So if I were you, I would definitely implement everything as I can. And once again, it's about being adaptive to the always changing rules that is happening. Second article, and all these articles are in the link in the description below. If you guys want to check it out, definitely do so. If you guys have articles you want me to review and kind of ask my take on it, definitely leave in the comment section below as well. And I'm going to be reviewing it with you guys. So what we're talking about is new Instagram button select restaurant link to delivery, gift card sales, and donation. This is something that is super cool, guys. If you guys haven't checked this out, once again, strategy number 4, use and leverage technology. And I think this is a huge deal for people. Basically what it is you can actually have a button on your Instagram story. So when you click onto it, it automatically links to third-party delivery apps such as Postmates, such as Uber Eats, whatsoever, and people can order right away. This is the pinnacle of impulse buying in food and beverage game. It is changing the shape, and it is pioneering everything. It is super new right now, and the reason why I say that is because just imagine for 1 second, guys, just give me a second. Okay, you're scrolling through your Instagram and you see people buying stuff, butts, whatsoever, and all of a sudden you see this delicious meal and you're like, whoa, this looks amazing, I want that, I have cravings for that. And all of a sudden there's a button right next to it on that story. You click into it and automatically it brings you to the order page on the Grubhub, and you can order right away from that platform. How amazing is that? That is something that is truly innovative, and it is going to change the course of how we order and how delivery is being done in the future. And which is the reason why, if you guys haven't been using this at all, now's the time to really cash into this, because impulse buy is something that Instagram is is famous for. And if you can jump on board right now, then you are going to be able to really taste and have that first mover advantage. And which is the reason why I feel like this is an amazing innovation by Instagram. So thank you, Instagram. So hopefully you guys really enjoyed that. If you guys did, make sure you smash the like button, show some love, guys. I spent 45 minutes yelling off the top of my lungs. I really hope you really enjoyed this. Me and Jason, we spent time in creating this for you guys to help you guys out throughout this whole crisis. So just show me a little bit of love, smash the like button, let us know in the comment section below, and we are going to dive into Q&A. Leave all your questions in the comment section below, because once we've compiled them, I'm going to blaze through it. I'm going to give you my take, and then we are going to be done today, guys. So let's get right to it. Jason, are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. So first question. First question is from Rishi. Rishi, are you here? If you're here, give me a thumbs up so I know you're here. Okay, your question is... Let me pull it up right now. I really hope you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun doing that presentation for you guys. What are the best things to do if you close your business and not doing deliveries or takeout? I'm not sure there's many restaurants that decided it's not worth the effort to keep it open. I know one good thing to do right now is content creation. Any advice you would give? Anything I could do in terms of marketing? Hey, Rishi, truth be told, by no means am I being insulting or offensive, but now's not a time to close down. What do you mean by not worth the effort to open? Guys, everyone out there that is not opening up your restaurant, you guys are not having the right mindset, okay? The right mindset is understanding that rules of the game have changed, guys. Understanding that and actually taking action to play with the new rules is what you should do, which is the reason why you should implement all the strategies that I've shared with you in today's presentation. Now's not a time to play defense. Now's not a time to sit at home and just kind of wait until this whole COVID-19 thing blows by. Because, first of all, we don't know when it's going to blow by. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how much it's going to change the whole demographic. All we know is the fact that these are things that we can't control. What we can control, we should do. What can we control? We can have different strategies. We can look and connect with our customers. We can have alignment. We can then offer what our customers are wanting. We can sign up with third-party apps. We can sign up with Talk. We can have all these crazy things that we're doing to ensure that we can live to fight another day. Just like Canlis. Canlis is a team of over 100 people. They have a payroll of more than $500,000 per month. Yet they're still in business. Yet they decided, instead of laying everyone off, they decided to stay in operation. They decided to change their menu offering from $130 of a fine dining experience, over 70 years of tradition. Change that on a dime to offer what he's offering with average ticket price of $14. Guys, tell me, is that adaptation? That is the true testament of adaptation. So no, I'm not gonna, there's nothing that I can give you aside from telling you that do what you can do in your control and don't give up. That's what you need to do. Hey, you're in college town, sales depend on all the students. They've all gone home. It's completely fine as well. And I'm not saying it from a point of view that's because I don't understand. I understand because we run an ice cream shop. Okay, I'm gonna share this with you as well. Although our ice cream shop and ice cream chain got acquired, we still run an ice cream shop at our college town. We are 10 minutes away from our local college, and we still run delivery to people who live in the dorm. We still run delivery for people who are around the area that have families. I'm pretty sure within your college town, there are people and there are residents around that would benefit from your offering. The key right here is understanding who else do you cater your services to? Who else is within that environment or within your community that would be able to benefit from delivery services? And then you can cater your offering to them. So I'll give you an example. If for us, ice cream, if all the different people are coming, all the college kids are coming for ice cream, and you know what, right now they've all gone home, then within my area, people are still wanting coffee, they want bakery, because it's an area that people would want, a quick bite whatsoever. Then what we're offering right now are sandwiches to go. We're offering drinks to go. We're tailoring our menu specifically to our customer and customer demographic, which is something that you should start doing. Analyze your community and analyze the different businesses within your area that are still booming. And I can guarantee you that there are restaurant businesses that are booming within your area. Just go on the different third-party delivery apps and see which ones are popular, which ones are still getting a lot of orders, and which one has a lot of ratings. And from there onwards, see what they're offering. And once you can see and hack into what they're offering, you can do something similar with your own twist, and that's how you're going to be able to thrive in today's market. Hopefully that answers your question. If that does, make sure you let me know in the section below. Catalyst has a big following already, so they were able to do that. Well, Rashi, Catalyst did have a big following. Their offering is fine dining experience. I don't want to be able to discredit Catalyst just because they have a big following. They can easily give up as well. Just because you don't have a following does not mean you can't shift, you can't pivot. You know how difficult it is to turn a Titanic around in just a few seconds. It's super, super difficult to change the course of a cruise ship. A big ship is really, really difficult. There's the pros, there's the cons. Same thing with small businesses like ourselves. Although we don't have a big following, we can shift, we can test, we can do so many great things if we're willing to put our heads into it. And that's the attitude we need to have, is a GST mentality. Get shit done mentality. That's what we need to have. Hopefully that answers your question. I'm going to go into the second question, guys. If that makes sense, make sure you guys comment section below and let me know. Okay, City, is it a good idea to offer buy one meal and get one free dessert? Well, once again, City, what you're saying and what you're telling me is, hey, you know what? I'm going to focus on my explosion tactics, the tactics that everyone else is doing, just in order for me to actually have more business. Well, I really want to kind of come back to you and bringing in back the ACE formula. You have alignment? Do you have a great culture, first of all, that your whole team is on board? Second of all, do you connect with your customers? Are your customers really wanting what you're offering right now? And if it's not what they're wanting that you're offering, then you should really focus on your offering first, before we work on strategies to grow your business, before we work on strategies to bump up and promotions to actually bump up your sales. Does that make sense, City? If that does, make sure you comment section below, so then that way I know and I can move on to the next question. Okay, next question. Is it a really bad time to open a new restaurant with a different concept? JRFK, now's the perfect time to get into the restaurant business because, and I'll tell you the reason why, okay? The reason why is because with this whole coronavirus, everyone's on the same page. Everyone is like, we're pulling in everyone back to the starting point, okay? And everyone has an equal chance of success. We pull everyone back in. We stopped everyone from operation. We're telling everyone the rules of the games have changed, guys. Right now, this is the rule. What does that mean? That means that people that have a ton of competitive advantage over us before, they don't have that anymore. We're all starting from ground zero again, which is the reason why, if you understand the new rules of the game, and if you're willing to play and adapt to the new rules of the game, you're going to be much further ahead of the other people who are not willing to change, the people that are
waiting for this whole COVID to pass through, waiting for things to be back to normal again. They're all waiting on that. And if you're waiting on that, then unfortunately, you're going to be like one of many others, and you're not really taking advantage of this whole opportunity that we have right now. So now is definitely a time to jump into the game, because rules have changed and you now can have a competitive advantage if you're willing to adapt and if you're willing to change and take action. Another reason why it's super, super cool to be in business in today's time is because landlords, okay? Let me explain a little bit more. For me, I own a building as well. So one of my biggest fear as a landlord is that my unit cannot be leased in this environment because no one is doing business whatsoever, all the noise, everyone's fearful. So what does that mean? That means that my unit will be left empty without tenants, and I'm super scared to be paying thousands of dollars every single month and not knowing when's there going to be an end to this. Which is the reason why, if someone came and approached me telling me that, hey, you know what, Wilson, I'm willing to sign on a 5-year lease with you, but I need you to provide me with 6 months of free rent. Well, I would really consider that, because, hey, at least I know after 6 months someone's going to be renting my place for 5 years. And I have that peace of mind. Whereas if I'm not taking this opportunity and I'm not willing to negotiate, and if I want to play hardball, then my unit can very possibly be left empty for another year, for another 2 years. No one knows, which is the reason why now is the perfect time to do so. One of my mentees, we're actually able to help them negotiate 1 year of free rent. Guys, 1 year of free rent, there's so much you can play around with it, and things will be better. Doors will be open again. Things might change up a little bit. The nature of everything might be changing, but business will always be there. You just need to adapt to the new rules of the game, which is the reason why now is the perfect time to do so. I really hope that answers your question. If that did, comment, let me know. Otherwise, I'm moving to the next question. Vohanji, how did Canlis marketing strategy change? Well, for them, I honestly don't think the marketing strategies have changed too much for them. I think they really focused on their principle, their core alignment within their whole team, and their core connection with their people. They were still doing their Instagram. They have their email list, and that's about it. And they basically did the exact same thing. They didn't sign up with third-party apps because they don't want to give the 20-30% margins to third-party apps. They had their own delivery service they were able to utilize. And part of the reason why they're able to do that is because they have a really, really big force, like a labor force. And in turn, they changed some of their labor into delivery drivers. And so he basically keeps everyone employed. He's delivering 13,000 meals a day. And hey, you know what? It became a win-win situation. So having that alignment and understanding the core offering for your customers are essential for any business's success. It doesn't matter you're big, small, whatsoever. That is essential. So hopefully that makes sense to you. If that did, comment in the section below. Otherwise, next question, guys. Do you think the idea of dining in is going to obsolete? Hell no, it's not going to be obsolete, guys. Dining in is not going to be obsolete. Like what I was saying previously, dining in is all about experiential. We as humans, we seek human interaction, guys. Nothing can replace human interaction. Like, this is good. I can reach you guys over the internet, but how cool would it be if I can meet you guys in person? How cool would it be? And then imagine the connection that we're able to build if we're talking face to face. And that's something that is irreplaceable in the world. And as humans, it's part of our human nature to have that interaction, to have that experience. And I'll share a little bit of story with you. So my brother-in-law, he works in a car dealership. And he was just sharing with me, a really upscale one. And he was just sharing with me that his dealership, actually in the car industry, people have tried numerous times to make this whole experience online. make the whole car sales experience online. Yet, they have never been able to see any type of success with it. As a key example, Tesla, as such a big company with so much marketing budget whatsoever, they still have experiential shops and malls to display their services and to display their cars for people to have that human interaction, which is evident to you that, hey, nothing can replace human interactions, and thus dine-in experience is not going to be obsolete. It's still going to be there. The rules of the games have changed in terms of delivery as a core fundamental that people should really pay attention to, but that does not take away from the other core, the second core, which is dine-in experience. So hopefully that answers your question. If it did, just give me a thumbs up, and we're going to dive into the next question. Any idea and suggestion for a healthy food restaurant to grow during the crisis where people constantly looking for comforting soul food? Well, you know what, Kelvin? That's actually a really good question. So me and my wife, we've been looking for hey, actually good food that we can order from outside. And so I really don't think you are in a bad position to have healthy food restaurant. It's more about understanding your core demographic, understanding how they eat and what is it about the healthy food that would fill them up, yet it would give them a healthy option. So I'll give you an example as well. My wife, she's really into healthy foods, and which is the reason why she's always been complaining about, hey, me ordering pizza, me ordering fried chicken whatsoever for takeout. And so she actually orders from this place called The Kind Kitchen in Vancouver. And The Kind Kitchen, she actually ordered the sauces because she loves the sauce. She ordered the pickled carrots, which tastes like smoked salmon, and she orders bagels from them and all this kind of good gluten-free food from this restaurant because she feels like her body needs to be nourished. And so I don't feel like there's any problem with your offering. It's about really hitting that demographic. And even with or without COVID, tailoring to healthy group demographic, this type of niche is always and has always been a difficulty because it's always been a small niche compared to the mass public that consumes pizza, comfort food, whatsoever. So the current crisis does not change the nature of your offering and does not change the struggle that you face in terms of appealing to these people. So hopefully that answers your question, Calvin. Thumbs up for me if that makes sense. Guys, you know the beauty of doing Q&A and you guys actually just sitting through and listening to other people's questions is the fact that it inspires you to actually think about or a different perspective of different views that you've never really considered before. And this is super helpful. So I do commend you guys for staying even for the Q&A, because for me, that's when I take the most away from anything is through these Q&A. So kudos for you guys. Gio, are any platforms that you suggest for finding a business partner? I don't know that. Gio, if you're here, let me know and elaborate in the comment section below what your question is really about. Finding a business partner for investment, finding a business partner for your business, finding a business partner for delivery apps. I don't really understand your question, which is the reason why I'm going to skip it and come back to you. Let me know and elaborate in the comment section below. Josh, is there a way to do delivery for foods that are DIY themed in restaurants? For example, Korean barbecue or hot pot. Is there a way to do delivery for food that are DIY? Hey Josh, a ton of restaurants that are doing hot pot Korean barbecue are doing takeout as well. So definitely check them out. We have, is it Haidilao? Haidilao. Dollar Store. Yeah.
All of them are doing it.
All of them are doing delivery. So if you can just give their site.
I think you can't do uncooked food through third-party apps.
Yeah.
But personal delivery, they just give you all stuff.
There you go. So Jason has just enlightened us. This is something I didn't know. So thank you, Jason. Jason just let us know for these DIY themed restaurants, mainly they are basically uncooked raw food that third-party apps don't like, and because obviously for sanitary purpose, food safe and whatsoever. So it's definitely a must if you guys want to do delivery, is to have your own delivery system using leveraging technology like Talk whatsoever to help you with that. And it is still a really popular option. Like I ordered from it myself. Jason, actually, why don't you leave in the comment section below Haidilao Lao and Dolar and what they're doing as a link. Jace, can you hear me?
Sorry?
Yeah, can you leave it in the comment section below a few links for what they're doing, examples of Haidilao? Just leave it in the link below. Yeah, so hopefully that would be able to help you out, Josh. Gio, I need to find a financial business partner at 50%. You know what? The best way to find business partners, I actually created a video on this. Go through my YouTube to find that video. Is about how to find a business partner. If you're looking for a financial business partner, your best place and your best chances of success is through friends and family, to be honest with you. It's something that I don't recommend, but for people to actually invest in you, to people that are willing to take out their pockets, there is only one thing that determines whether they will do that or not. And that one thing is trust. So Gio, how can you get a stranger to trust you? Very, very difficult. Therefore, the best way and your best chances of success is through friends and family. That's how you're going to be able to find your first partner. So yeah, Josh, Jason already left some of the examples of DIY themed for you to actually swipe and actually get some inspiration from. Hopefully that helps you out. Enoch, how much ideally should you have saved up to start a restaurant? Ideally, this is a really loaded question. I'll tell you the reason why it's super loaded. Actually, first of all, I'll tell you my answer first, and then I'll tell you why it's super loaded. I hate people that don't answer me and give me a straight up answer, but at the same time, I understand why. And I'll explain both versions for you. The first version is how much should you ideally save to start a restaurant? I would say around 200K Canadian, and this is given the fact that I'm in North America. Okay, $200,000 Canadian is what I would save for my quote-unquote restaurant. Now, the reason why it's loaded is because, first of all, your geography matters a ton. So I have some clients that are in Philippines, I have some clients that are in Australia, in Hong Kong. So with different location, the amount it takes to build a restaurant, it varies tremendously. The reason why is because of labor, because of standard of living, because of inventory, because of ingredients whatsoever. All these things play into a huge, huge role. That's number one caveat. Second caveat is the fact that what and how do you define a restaurant? A restaurant can be defined by a small coffee house that has food offering. On the same note, a restaurant can be a 50 spot restaurant, or it could be a 100 spot restaurant. It could be a fine dining experience. There's so many different definition of restaurant, which is the reason why, depending on the size, depending on your offering, depending on the experience that you want to deliver, that can scale up to millions of dollars really, really fast. So that's the reason why I can't, and that's the reason why people can't give you straight up answers if the question is no good. One of the sayings out there is the quality of the answer that you get is determined by the quality of the question. The quality of the answer that you get is determined by the quality of the question. So therefore, if you can give me a little bit more insight into what you're thinking about and more context, then I can give you a much better answer. Hopefully that makes sense for you, Enoch. If that did, let me know. So, Jay, is now a good time to start a cloud kitchen? Hell yeah! Cloud kitchen is everything right now. If you're in a place that you can offer a cloud kitchen experience and sign up for it, now's the time to do so. Why is now the time to do so, guys? Delivery apps have an uptake of more than 200% in traffic. What does that mean in simple English? It means that a lot of people are ordering delivery, guys. And that means a lot of traffic are on these third-party apps. So what does that mean? That means that now is a great time for you to go in and test out your concept and the strategy, okay? The 101 strategy, the gist of how you should operate a cloud kitchen is this, okay? Pay attention. We also created a video. Is this video out yet? The cloud kitchen one?
The one just about cloud kitchen, not the one against global kitchen.
Okay, so there's a video that we just shot and will be coming out in the next few weeks. Is going to be able to answer your question, the pros, the cons, insights, everything you need to know. So definitely pay attention to that. Look out for that one. Subscribe, hit that bell, and you're going to be notified for that that topic. And I'm super passionate about it. Oh man, I'm having tingles. The reason, what was I saying? Okay, yes, the 101. Okay, the 101 of dealing with a cloud kitchen is the fact that you want to be able to test out different concepts, okay? It doesn't matter what your name is. It doesn't matter about anything, because people haven't been to your restaurant. They're just scrolling through pictures. They're scrolling through stuff. For that matter, your logo, your brand doesn't really matter, as long as, hey, this place has a ton of reviews and this place looks pretty good. They have good offering. Then you know what, I'm going to give it a try. So what does that mean? That means you have the flexibility and the opportunity to test different concepts out in a super rapid pace, because there's no storefront, you don't have loyal customers yet. So the trick to this is find your product market fit. Find what your customers are wanting. Find that concept that, wow, you see there's a complete uptick and uplift with your sales for this particular offering. Then that's the key, and that's what you want to build your restaurant concept off of. And then when your business and has that amount of demand, that's when you want to continue to have your own location and use that offering and branch off to your own brick and mortar shop. So what does that mean? It means now's the perfect time for you to dive into Cloud Kitchen and to test concepts, because the attention is there. Hopefully that makes sense for you, Jay. Let me know in the comment whether that makes sense, okay? Enoch, where are the 101 basic you should know before venturing into the restaurant business? Enoch, if you really are serious about understanding food and beverage, check out my channel. I've been doing hundreds of videos on basically insights of everything that I've learned and stuff that I'm sharing with my clients and mentees, all in it for you. But if you want more step-by-step handling, the 101s, the A to Z, and all the strategic know-hows, templates, whatsoever, in the link below, there's a course that we created, and only for the people who are live has access to that link for $497, mainly because you've invested so much time in me, and that's our way of thanking you. So in the section below, check it out, $497. You can't really lose with it. I guarantee you're gonna get your money's worth by just having 1 month free of rent. Dude, 1 month free of rent is over $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, and yet a $500 investment is nothing if I can save you that. And in addition to that, it's more than 15 hours of goodness for you. So definitely check that out. I'm not hard selling it. I'm just telling you exactly what people are telling me about this course. So definitely check it out in the section below. Last 2 questions, guys. Super excited to actually wrap this up with you. I have tons of fun answering your questions. Really, really cool. Peter, based on the revenues of $50K a month, what's the owner salary amount should be? What's the average cost of utilities, so on and so forth? Once again, this is a loaded question. The reason why it's a loaded question for owner salary is because your own salary has nothing to do with the revenue of your business. And that's from my opinion. The reason why is because I own the business 100%. So the more that I keep in the business as retained earnings, the less tax that I have to pay, because personal tax is always going to be more than your business tax. And so what that means is I keep all my funding and all my retained earnings in my businesses. And for me, I take the least amount possible as I can for my salary, so then that way I can keep my business floating, I can keep expanding my businesses, and then for me, I can funnel my business's earnings in dividends back to myself, and right there I'm able to save a ton of taxes as well. Now, I don't want to bore you guys with all the technicalities, so which is the reason why owner's salary has really nothing to do with revenues in my perspective. Okay, your situation may be a little bit different. For some of my business owner friends and my peers, they have like hundreds of thousands of dollars in salary because they want that credit. They want the government to see that they are making a ton of money, which in turn allows them to borrow a ton of money as well. So depending on the objective of you and what you want to do with your money, it really comes back down to how much you should be paying for yourself. Now, average costs for utilities honestly is minimal. I would say less than 1% of your revenue should be on utilities. So it really depends on your sizing whatsoever. And these are the expenses, fixed expenses. You can't really do much with it. I wouldn't really pay too much attention to it. Utilities is utilities. Hopefully that makes sense. Peter, let me know if that makes sense for you, okay? Last question, guys. Wow, time flew by. If you guys are still here, commend you guys. Amazing time. I had a lot of fun. Let me know something cool and interesting. Keep me entertained, okay? This is so much business. Like, my mind's just like... Anyways, Fan, last question. Do you guys know if food cost percentage accounts for GST, or should I add GST on top of my selling cost? Food cost percentage. Right now, my item costs $2.74 to make, and I can afford to sell it if for $10, making food costs at $27. The GST in my country is 10% of price. My GST payable is one Should I assume food costs? Okay, Fan. So what you're saying is, should you account GST in your calculation of your food costs? This is something that you should definitely bring into your accountant, because for me, I don't account for GST because GST is something that I can redeem. It's basically a business tax. So any of my spending that I'm paying GST on, I can deduct it from the GST that I'm collecting. So in turn, it just balances that out yourself. So I don't include that into my cost of goods sold. But now, having said that, I'm not a tax professional, which is the reason why you should consult with your accountant on that note. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. Next week, same time, same day, Tuesdays at 10 a.m. I'm committed to doing live with you. Next week's episode is going to be super amazing. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want me to cover anything, leave it in the comment section below, and it's something that I will consider covering in my next week's episode. Otherwise, stay safe, take action. I'll see you guys in the next video.